When we talk about Divine Child football, there are some tremendous football names, household names, names like Bill McCartney, Gary Danielson, Jim Herman, and Pat Shermer, who are Divine Child alumni who have gone on to even greater football achievements. But in terms of team achievements, there is really one standout team for this Divine Child history. That would be the 1960 Falcons team. And right now, let's take a look back at a retrospective on what they were able to accomplish. A huge accomplishment as we hear this story told by author Dwayne Kremko.
Divine Child is the only high school in the nation today, to this day, to have an undefeated varsity football season without having a senior class. And that goes back to 1875 when the first high school football game was played in America. In 1960, it was going to be Divine Child's first varsity football season. And we were literally a brand new school. We opened up in '58. And the Catholic League, we were all thrilled we were going to join the Catholic League for a sports competition. On paper, we were literally, more or less just showing up to get experience. Father Weir was the pastor back then. Father Weir was a really enjoyed sports. He used to be a boxer before he became a priest. He just figured that to help the school grow, you need a good sports program. And he went out and got the best coach he could find, which was Tony Versace. Tony Versace was coaching Our Lady of Grace at the time, and he had gone like 23-2 coaching the CYO League. 1959, we actually played a mock JV schedule because we weren't in the league yet. And we won 7-0. We beat teams like Shrine, De La Salle, St. Ambrose. I mean, we were beating JV's Class A schools, and we were a Class C school. We got some good experience. At that point there, we all believed in Coach 100%. He would go out on his own, take his own money on the off season, and he would travel to colleges that had real progressive programs. Bear Bryant was his mentor, and he would just out-prepare everyone. Being a young program and without having a senior class and an inexperienced coach, I don't think anyone took us real serious. The fact that we didn't have a senior class led to some interesting events because a lot of the kids I went to school with had older brothers who went to Sacred Heart, and they played football over there. Well, obviously, when we showed up, these guys would just ride us like you're never going to win a game, you won't get past the 50-yard line, yada, yada, yada. And so we took a lot of flack from the neighborhood kids. That first year, we went undefeated. Won the Catholic League that year, the following year, and the following year. So 3 years in a row, we went undefeated. And I spent 5 years writing my book about Divine Child and about the games and about what happened here. My jersey, you ought to see my home. I've got banners hanging up. There is a great deal of pride. This is something that when we got here and when we played, there was no legacy. And we were able to, through Coach Versace and my teammates, we were able to establish a legacy that's still carrying on today, 50-plus years later.
You hear about it every week, the legacy. I have friends' dads who played for DC, won state championships, and it just means a lot to us to be a part of it. And we think we can just do anything we want to because of the legacy of the school.
Divine Child football, it's always been, the first year that they had it here, they went to state championship without a senior on the team. It was, it's just smash mouth. We do what we do, and you have to come out here and stop us. And that's really what Divine Child's been about. There's a tradition here that's carried through for 50 years. A couple years ago we had the 50th anniversary of football, and we don't conform to other people's games. We play our game, and we make other teams come and stop us. And there's a tradition here. There's a lot more than just our team. It's the whole parish riding on our back, and we really feel like we're carrying the parish through. So that's Divine Child football.
The first thing is when the school won their first 17 games here, and the first 8 were without seniors. That's absolutely amazing. I don't know if any other school could have done that. And I do know something about Divine Child from back then because I was coaching at Bishop Gallagher for 33 years, and we played Divine Child an awful lot of times. And I remember the first time that we beat Divine Child, the kids were so excited because back then it was like beating Catholic Central.
as you know, in all sports, you have to buy into the program. You have to believe in yourself. You have to trust your teammates. You have to your teammates have to show up for you, and you have to show up for them. I mean, it's all these things. The belief system, the trust in one another, the belief in the coach, the discipline you have to have, the work ethic. I mean, our weight room was the cafeteria. I mean, we had the minimum amount of sports equipment and things of that nature, but we just believed in him, and it just all worked out. And all the guys we played with, there was no hierarchy. There wasn't like, well, you're this and you're that. We were a team. I mean, really, it was so much fun, and it's such a great lesson for life, because isn't that what it's all about? You talk about getting along with others. You talk about the corporations talk about teamwork. All these character building things that you have with trust and belief and never give up. And I mean, that applies to life. We face it every day. So it was just a great experience for me and for all my teammates.
A memory that has lasted a lifetime. Tony Versace, you see him there. He was 19 years old when he became the first ever head coach at Divine Child.